Hundreds of people lost their jobs between 2017 and 2020 due to the banking sector cleanup. Today on GhanaWeb Special, we'll be speaking to one of the affected persons on how she's been coping since she lost her job. I am Nima to Yakubu Atoyese. We'll be right back with our guest. Welcome back from that short break. I have with me Jemima Mensah. Jemima Mensah, thanks for coming. And
thank you.
How have you been coping since you lost your job in 2017?
Thank you very much. My warm greetings to your watching viewers, your listeners, and everybody. I want to say a big thank you to you for this great opportunity. It hasn't been easy, my dear. It hasn't been easy. For the past 4 years, I've been home without a job, and the challenges are way more than words could explain for me, because for working for 13 years in the banking sector, and all of a sudden you come home with nothing, with kids, and life must go on. How do I pick the pieces? It hasn't been easy, but the challenges are so much that I don't know where to start and where to end.
Let me help you out. So, when did you lose your job? Was it after the cleanup? Did they give you a part-time job for you to work and later say, oh, you should move? How did it start?
Okay, so the whole thing started 2017, 14th August, when our license, I used to work for Capital Bank, so our licenses were revoked. And from then, we were working for GCB as they have taken over our company, so we were working for them. We worked for them for almost 8 months, if I'm not exaggerating, from 2017, August 14 to when they gave us appointment letter on February 4th, 2018. So we worked for them, and then along the line we were employed to GCB 2018. I was transferred to KN Circle GCB. So I worked with them for roughly 9 months. After that, I was never confirmed. So it means after 6 months, my confirmation was extended to another 3 months. And then nothing happened. I went to work one day and I was told to go home with a letter that they don't need my services anymore.
What was their reason?
There was no reason. On the termination letter, there wasn't any reason that you've done this, or they just that our services are no longer needed. But from the background, what I heard was that if you don't have SS, 3 credits, as in English, Maths, and Science, you are out. And some of us, we don't even have the SS. We did matured entrance, so we went first, because it's like that is their policy. If you don't have it, even if you are a graduate, a master's degree or whatever, and you don't have the English, Science, and Maths, the 3 credits, as in C, and you have 1 D, you are out. It doesn't matter how your higher level of education is.
But what was your role at the bank precisely?
I was a teller.
Okay.
I was a teller. So I went home. By then I was in school. Pentecost University. I went home. I was in my 2nd year. So the news was, I can remember that day as if it was today, how I felt. Because how do I feed my kids, the family? How am I going to break the news to my family and all that? But we came home, we fought to get a better job or something, but nothing good was coming up.
So you applied at various.
Did
you also try banking sector?
Banking sector. Actually, I was so desperate that any job will do, provided I'll get something to take care of my family, as
When
in
the
my
opportunity
kids.
didn't come, what else did you try aside the banking sector?
Okay, so I tried cooking. I registered my catering company, and with the help of friends and families, I have a strong support team. Thank you guys. I know I can't mention the names. I know you are all watching, and I'm so grateful for your support and everything. It took me 2 years to build that catering services and registered the company. I wasn't working, so you asked how do I pay my fees and how do I finance the catering services. Today my husband will know what I was doing when he goes to work, because I felt that if I tell him that I'm going to clean somebody's house to support the house, he wouldn't encourage me to do that.
So whilst you were in school and you wanted to try the business, food business or the catering service, you started doing domestic work for others?
Yes, because the catering services needs time. It took me 2 years to do that. So where will I get the funding to build that my business? So I have to go from house to house. When my husband goes to work, I scarf my hair and then walk around. Do you want to wash? Do you want to clean your house? Then I go to my area where we have corporate ladies or corporate people that are very busy. Then I'll go to their houses and ask, and I'll do the laundry. Sometimes 100 cedis, sometimes 150. Sometimes you get 50 cedis for the cleaning and all that. So I did it for a while without my husband knowing, because I'll take my kids to school and then I'll come and do it.
And he has left for...
He has left. So in the evening, by the time you come,
you are done.
I'm home. Everything is okay. Because how much does he earn for him to give
The
enough?
family.
There are other responsibilities, kids' fees, rent, and chop money. So, I mean, you can't sit down and fold your arms and say that you are just sitting there doing nothing.
Until today, he never knew you went out to do...
No,
Wow.
he never knew.
So what happens after, when you started the catering services? I remember you said you had to close it down due to a difficult challenge you faced. Can you share that with us?
Yes, please. I started, and as a new beginner, you know you have challenges, but it was picking up. It was picking up, and then I met this elderly woman who came as a mother. She appeared to be like a sweet woman who always supports me. So in terms of prayers, in terms of encouragement and advice. So one day she came and she was like, oh, can you guarantee a loan for me? And I didn't think twice. I didn't look back, because...
How much was the loan?
15,000.
Okay. But did you know her family? You just knew her because she assisted you?
Yes, she lived close to where I have my business. Okay. So she normally comes, buy some of the food, help me in my chores and all that, because I didn't have money to employ somebody to help me. Yeah. So I was doing everything myself. So I did it. I did that. I guaranteed the loan
of 15,000 for her.
So after that, when the first payment, as in reinstallment, came, she was nowhere to be found. And this woman is gone.
When you say she's gone, as in
we can't find her.
After you guaranteed the loan for her?
Yes, we can't find her.
So how did you know she's gone? Did the bank call you?
Yes, the bank called me, and I was like, oh, you haven't. She haven't brought the money. She haven't paid. I was like, oh, I spoke to her yesterday. She will pay. They said time is up, so we are calling you. I went to her house and I was told she's traveled, and I was like, why won't you leave the money if you are traveling? Yeah. You know you are supposed to pay a loan. So her phone is off, and up till now, I don't know where she is.
So it means you are paying the loan?
I'm paying. I've paid, and the challenges were way too much. how do I pay? Almost, how do I pay 850 every month?
When you don't even have a job.
I don't even have a job. And what I've started is like, it can't fetch me that much a month. So do I use the chop money my husband gives me to pay the loan?
Or you forfeit your catering?
So I don't know what to do. I was so worried and disturbed, confused. So the only option that came was for me to sell the container.
There's business you established, you
yes,
had to sell
everything and then pay at least some of the loan, and then I'll be relaxed to see what I can do to finish the other one.
Have you heard from her?
No, please.
You've never heard from her?
I've never heard. I've never heard.
And that was when?
That was it last 2 years or last year, July?
Oh.
It's been a year and some months.
Are you done paying the loan?
No, I'll be done by December.
From that, it means that you started a business, and just when the business was building up, you had to stop it because somebody had taken your loan, a loan, and you guaranteed and has failed to pay.
Yes,
so you had to give up your business.
Yes, please.
After that, what happened next to you?
So after that, by then I was still in school. So those that's domestic jobs and other things, I was still doing it because then I've come to nothing. And thanks to my colleagues, my family, I was able to graduate with 2nd class.
Welcome from that break, and this is GhanaWeb Special. We've been speaking to Jemima Mensah, who has been sharing her life experience after losing her job due to the banking cleanup exercise. So she's now an Uber driver, and we want to ask her how it all began. Jemima, how did it start for you becoming an Uber driver? Was it a difficult decision for you to take, and how have you been coping in the male world?
Thank you. Actually, taking the decision was not too difficult because you see the motivation here is that I have to feed my family, especially my kids, and at least provide for my dad too. So when you look around, based on that, that was the strength. That was what encouraged me to do that. When I took the decision 2 months ago, the main focus was to to meet the daily economic needs. And then maybe, perhaps, God will permit my helper to sit in my car one day and get me the job that I've been looking for. But when I'm at home, who will notice me? Nobody. So these are the 2 main reasons why it wasn't so difficult to take that decision to drive to be an online driver or Uber driver. I started 2 months ago. I used to drive Hyundai Accent 2012 model, but the fuel consumption was too much. So I tried it for a month and I realized that, okay, it won't work. So I traded that one off and bought this smaller car. It's not bad. It's not bad because at least by close of day, you get something small to buy food for your family, which when you are home, nobody will give it to you. The challenge...
I want to ask, before we get to how you've been coping with the male-dominated field where they drive Uber, did you suffer any emotional breakdown? Did you go through depression at these trying moments before you took this decision?
So many times, countless times. Imagine you have nothing to eat and you are owing. What you are owing is not what you have spent, but you let somebody loan. So countless times that I've thought of committing suicide. But I wanted to kill myself and my kids because I couldn't think about the fact that I will leave my kids for them to suffer.
They will suffer. They have their dad. You didn't trust their father enough to take care of
Oh,
them. And why would you think about
a
suicide?
mother's love, and the child will come, Mom, I want this, and whatever he needs, you go the extra mile to get it. I'm not saying their father won't do that, but a mother's love is stronger than...
What was your strength that prevented you from doing this act?
My kids. My kids.
You didn't want to die or just leave
I actually didn't want to leave them. Because if I commit suicide and I kill them, okay, maybe they are going to be big people, important people. I don't know their destiny. So then if you want to hurt yourself, why do you want to involve them? And I don't want to also hurt myself and leave them to see them suffer. So that was it. That was it. That was it. Thank God I didn't do it. Here I am now on this big platform because I took the initiative to drive boats or online driving. If I had not, nobody would notice me.
By your marriage, your married life, I'm talking about this because of the issue of depression. How was your marriage? Did this affect your marriage in any way?
Oh yes, you know, love doesn't go without money. So if the issue is if one person is the only source of income support, definitely the person might not say it because he knows the situation, but you could sense it. A little bit tension and here and there. So it affected every aspect of my life, every aspect. My marital, my family life, my social life, as in friends. Because the moment you pick a call, hey, obesreska, obebusame, and it's better to ask than to die. So there are times that you can't help it, you see. So it affected all aspects of life. But I realized that the only way to change that situation is to do something. Yes. And that something was, I don't have money, I have my car, I can drive. So why not try it? But my slogan that I formed for myself before I started this was, it's better to die a hero than to die a failure. This is very risky. People are being beaten, their cars are being snatched away. But if you go and nothing happens to you, you come home with food. So that was what motivated me. It's also part of the reason.
So far, how is it doing? I know you have major challenge with your Uber business, but how is it? How are you coping with it so far?
It's not bad. As I said, it's better than nothing. Okay, the prices and fuel and other things are not meeting the real-time life reality, but it's better than none. This is a great opportunity to. I met you because you requested a boat, and wow, you were impressed. There have been a couple of riders who have been enthused and happy about my me being a boat driver, and sometimes I get monies that I don't deserve because I'm happy, encouragement, words of encouragement. And it's exciting. It's exciting. It's better. It has encouraged me because at a point you'll be in the house crying, and there's nothing coming up. But now when I go out, I meet a lot of people, 90% good ones. I have experienced one bad person, but hey,
it's part of life.
It's part of life. So I'm happy. I'm happy for now.
So Jemima is a boat rider and not an Uber driver. I'm making that correction. And she says what inspired her is that it is better to die a hero than to die empty.
A failure.
Right. A failure. And that has been her motivation. Before we sign up, we want to let her share her worst experience as a boat rider. Can you share that with us? Because it looks like in every good thing there is one bad incident.
Yeah, yes. I remember one early morning, I had the request and I went. A well-dressed gentleman came and boarded the ride. I took him to his first destination and then he said, oh, wait for me. I will do some few rounds with you. For 4 hours, we moved around town and then we went to a bank. I don't want to mention the bank's name, but we went to a bank. Said, "Oh, let me withdraw some money and pay you," and that was it.
He never returned.
He never returned. He took the money away, and from 8 a.m. to 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I wasted fuel, I wasted time, and the guy was gone.
Oh, that is a very sad
Yes,
note.
but
It didn't discourage you? Did it discourage you?
I was broken. I was seriously broken, and then I called my husband. And was like, you don't do your short trips. You are behaving as if you are a man. This job is risky. What if he has done something wrong to you? Yeah. So it's also another experience that showed me that, okay, so if we go,
these are some of the challenges.
We will give you money. If you are spending 4 hours, you give me the money and then we will go. Yes. So
it's been a sad event. I've been speaking to Jemima Mensah, a boat driver with a human resource degree who wants to join the corporate world again. I hope someone watching this is willing to help her fulfill this dream. Contact us at GhanaWeb and we'll link you to her. I am Nimatu Yakubu Atoyese and thanks for watching.